Everyone, being labelled, I'm Liam, and I'm with Dave from Bedford Street Coffee House and Rounton Coffee. Thanks for having us, Dave. You've got out of bed because you've got man flu.
Yeah.
You've got out, especially for being labelled. So, thanks for listening, man. So, Dave, we're going to go straight into it. So, first question is like how you started with Rounton Coffee. So, you're going to tell us all about that. So, explain why you started roasting coffee.
Yeah, it was entirely by chance. For me, I enjoyed coffee, but the journey, my coffee journey, really started around about 3 years ago, 4 years ago, and I was working in engineering, and kind of done with that a little bit, so I kind of quit and I went travelling.
What kind of was that when you're going from site to site into like?
No. It was I was actually a plant manager, so I used to run a cryogenic distillation plant, and it was over on Teesside. So it was a heavy industry, real heavy industry, and it was a very responsible job, and I enjoyed it. But I just knew that there was more to life than kind of working for the man, and working in that environment. So
it was a big company.
Oh, it was a really big company, and it gave me plenty of opportunity and everything. But I was just never satisfied, really. It never really fulfilled what I wanted to do. Yeah. And I'm sure there's a lot of people that could kind of like,
I was in that. I know exactly what you mean.
Yeah. And then. So I told them I was going to quit because I wanted to go travelling. They said, well, take a job in South Africa. We'll give you a job in South Africa and you can travel. No, you don't really get it. I actually want to quit. So yeah.
I don't want to work somewhere else for you.
Yeah. I actually wanted to take a long holiday. So I think on the Thursday I left, and on the Friday I was on the train, and then I just travelled overland, and that was the kind of the beginning. But what I didn't realise was what I was going to find out while I was travelling, and it was when I ended up in Sumatra, and Sumatra for me was just the beginning of it, and it was really then when I saw people roasting coffee.
Did you know before you got to Sumatra that was a very famous kind of area for coffee?
Absolutely not. I mean. Yes.
So you were new to coffee at that point?
My existence, my travelling wasn't about the coffee at that point. My travel was about curiosity. My travel was about just understanding more about the places and about the people that I was going to visit. And it was going to places that were off the beaten track. So I went into Russia, like Mongolia, China, and the places that like people wouldn't kind of pick up a brochure and go, oh yeah, fancy Mongolia, but those are the places where you can really discover more. So Sumatra was part of that discovery. But it was obviously when I got there, I realised that actually coffee was a huge part of that country. So for some reason I just ended up getting drawn into it, and then I saw them roasting coffee on a little genie cap. And then I saw the farmers also roasting coffee on the stove as well. But when I watched the whole process and I saw it, the chemical engineer in me, I just kind of analysed it a little bit and just thought, that's interesting. I really like that. And so then, from then on, the journey stopped from being a curious kind of drifter into something with a little bit more meaning and purpose, really. So it was about exploring and following the coffee trail, and about actually trying to learn more about something that I only had a basic understanding of. Yeah. So that was it really, but then the journey then took me to like Australia, New Zealand specifically. The way that they treat coffee was just leagues above where we are in the UK. And then I swung around South America, and then came back home, and then from then on it was just so focused on bringing something into the UK that that I've been a part of on the journey.
Okay. And so, how quickly did you get into that, and how did you get into that when you arrived back in the UK?
Oh yeah, I mean, after a week of getting reacquainted with all my family and friends, I think, you know, I mean, I was just that was it. I did try to trade directly with the farmers that I met in Sumatra, and because I did actually want to bring their coffee over. I did trade with them on small like scale spices and vanillas and things like that, but you know, because I did want to I genuinely wanted to contribute to their economy. But yeah, within a week or so, I was sourcing the roaster, I was finding a place to roast, and yeah, the focus has been with me from the day I got from there.
And you saw it being grown, and you went to Australia, New Zealand, and saw it being served and brewed.
Yeah,
Basically,
yeah.
that's what you wanted.
Yeah, yeah.
So you came back, started straight away with Rounton, roasting. Were you doing it from home first? Or?
Yeah, well, I bought a genie cap, similar to the one that I saw in Sumatra, and I worked on that. But you know, it's just a bench roast. You haven't really got sufficient control on it,
yeah.
And you know, you've got to kind of upscale to be able to get the real instrumentation on it, to be able to actually really see what's going on. Mm-hmm. So until I've got that instrumentation and everything else like that, you can only really get that when you scale up.
So you started roasting. Then what happened?
Well, that was it. And then I did have to get an interim job back in engineering briefly. But then pretty much as soon as the roaster landed, you know, I got rid of that job as well, and then just threw myself at that one. You know, in life you've got to kind of just jump head first and these things. All in, or go big or go home. And that was my philosophy. And yeah, actually, if I had any advice for the guy now, I'd probably say just chill out a little.
This
bit.
is the quick fire. This is you. If you had advice for yourself when you started,
yeah,
it'd be chill out.
It'd be like just relax. You know, don't. You know, just try to do it all gently. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Why would you give yourself that advice? Were you?
Yeah. I mean, I suppose like for the 3 years that I've been doing it now, it's just been relentless. You know, relentless, and you know, and you sacrifice so much. You know, because you've got this focus, and you're doing it all for the right reasons. You know, because you have got this passion.
Yeah.
And you know, and so I think. I would probably offer the advice, but I know that I wouldn't have took it.
Yeah, that's usually what it is. If you think about what you'd advise yourself then, or as an 18-year-old,
yeah, it was like, nah,
you'll never get to it.
Yeah.
So we'll fast forward then. So up to the point where we're having the coffee shop, which is not that long ago, a couple of months ago, right?
Yeah.
So was it up until that point with the roasting side of things? Was it kind of like a slow burner, step by step, rather, or was there one big bang? This happened, and this shot.
You mean how did we migrate from coffee to this place?
Because you must have presumably been doing well, otherwise this would.
Yeah. I think it's just it's a natural progression. I think for roasters to want to be able to showcase their coffees in an environment that they would appreciate themselves. And because I'm still stood on the soapbox, I'm still telling people that they should be doing this and they should be doing that and they should be doing that. And but unless you're willing to travel to places around the area, you know, that we hold in high regard for quality and quality control, and a lot of people aren't willing to go on a coffee journey, you know, and see it, you know. So unless you have seen that there's a standard in coffee, then we have to create it, and actually people need to aspire to kind of come up to our level. So we're almost like setting or trying to set a bar in our own little area, just to bring the quality of coffee in other places.
Yeah, because you could serve it how you want it. It's not just roasting how you
And we aren't trying to say you must serve it like this and you must serve it like this, but you know, look at the way that we serve it. Does it taste nice? Yeah. Does it look good? Yeah. Right. Okay. Well, why wouldn't you serve it like that? Or why wouldn't you try to serve it like that? You know. So by having this place, it was really just to have that shop window. Really. Yeah.
Yeah, more visibility as well.
Yeah.
So then tell us about opening Bedford Street, how that went.
So this street in itself, I mean, Middlesbrough itself is actually it's quite progressive. The council is really progressive.
Yeah.
They're supporting a lot of independent businesses at the minute. They recognise eventually that independent businesses fund the local economy.
Yeah.
You know, and you know, make us believe that we haven't been doing this like decades before.
Yeah. Well, we were, but kind of like decades before.
I think.
Then it's gone. Now it's coming back.
Yeah, it's cyclical and it's boring in a way, isn't it? You know, it's kind of like you knock on the door and you say, you know, we need to be supporting independent businesses. Independent businesses fuel the local economy by 600%, and you know, the money just keeps on regenerating and being recycled amongst other businesses. But Middlesbrough Council have been great because they've kind of put this plan together about having an independent quarter. And then we were invited to tender for this place, and we put our mention in there, and we were just really pleased to be able to be part of something which we hope will be, you know, something that Middlesbrough can be proud of.
And have you found it so far? Has it been 2 months or?
It's around about 2-3 months. Yeah.
So how's it going?
Well, nothing's easy.
Yeah.
Nothing
Worth doing.
Yeah, you can't ever just like rock into something, build something that you would love, and expect other people to love it as well. So it's it's good. It's very optimistic, and you know, we're going to be here for a long time yet. You know, and but our work really is only just beginning.
Yeah. That's fair enough. So if you could name one kind of coffee-related business, shop, person, whatever, that you kind of take inspiration from, even if it's just some level of inspiration.
Yeah.
Could you name anyone? There is anyone?
Yeah. I think the coffee industry is full of like people who've got passion, and you know, you can always take inspiration from somebody on some level. Always, in coffee for sure. You know, so I think. There's a lot of inspirational coffee shops, inspirational people, but one that stands out for me is Mike Riley. Do you know Mike?
No, Mike.
No. So Riley is he kind of helped us out, establish Rounton Coffee in just the way that. Riley is Falcon Speciality. He kind of headed up Falcon Speciality.
Okay. Yeah. So Falcon Speciality is
the green coffee import.
Yeah.
So
Harrogate?
They're based in Harrogate, but now they've kind of moved down to down near Brighton.
Okay.
And Riley for me was just an inspiration the moment I met him. You know, he's got ethics running through his blood, and everything that he does is all about sustainability, and it's about doing the right thing. Yeah. And you know what? I thought, well, this is the guy that understands it, and he's doing it for the right reasons.
Yeah.
And then since we met Riley all them years ago, he's just been a bit of a guru really, and just an inspirational kind of guy.
Okay, cool.
Riley, that's for you, that Riley.
We'll make sure he sees this. Don't you worry about that. We'll tweet him. Is he on Twitter? Is he the kind of guy that's on Twitter?
No, he's not on Twitter. I don't
Maybe snail mail.
Yeah, I'll send him a letter.
Okay. All right. Yeah. Okay. So it's 2020. How do you think local coffee scene is different to now, if at all?
I think it'd be, well, what I'm hoping is that just the bar will be raised, generally.
Yeah.
I don't think there's going to be radical changes, you know, in 4 years what changes can be, but I think just the benchmark, people wanting to raise the game, that's what I hope will happen next year, yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, this is make of this whatever you want. But if you could ask the viewers to do one thing besides, you know, visit your shop or buy Rounton coffee, what would it be?
If I could ask what, sorry?
If you could ask the viewers to do one thing, like besides not buy your coffee or
Right,
yeah. What would it be?
Shopping independence. Yeah. Oh, two things actually.
Well, okay, yeah. Okay, God.
Shop at independence and speak to the barista. Ask the barista questions, and if the barista, ask the provenance of the coffee. And try to get the barista engaged in. And the reason why I say that is because there's still a lot of people that are selling coffee that is commodity coffee, and I think if we start putting pressure on people as consumers or businesses, if we start putting pressure on businesses as a consumer to actually get better coffee,
To up their game.
yeah, to up their game, we can do it ourselves.
So ask them about the provenance. So what are you looking for? Are you looking for a specific answer, or are you just looking
Well,
for?
I'm just looking.
an
I'm
answer?
looking. I'm
See if
looking
they
for an.
like.
I'm looking for an answer. An answer. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So when you go to a coffee shop, what's the one? You might have answered actually. What's the one yardstick you use to decide whether you go back again?
Yeah. I think. Yeah, it's just atmosphere for a start, I suppose. You know, the reason why I go to a coffee shop is for pure personal reasons. You know. But yeah, it's atmosphere.
Yeah.
But also as well is that there is the provenance and the understanding of the coffee as well.
From the people that.
Yeah, exactly.
And then, if you could describe your shop or your business to someone without using your coffee,
Yeah.
how would you describe what you're trying to do?
Just a serious alternative for a bloody good beverage.
And yeah, so this is right. Okay, so entire species of coffee plants.
Sorry?
Entire kind of species of coffee plants
Yeah.
are going extinct. So you can only have one more coffee.
Right, okay.
One roast. Okay, it's going to be your roast.
Yeah,
One origin.
Yeah.
One brew method. What would it be?
Okay, so it'd be an African coffee. It would be Rwandan washed.
Yeah.
And it would be a mocha pot. Seriously love the mocha pot.
Mocha pot.
The mocha pot, it's like the stove top.
Ah, yeah, I know that.
Yeah. So seriously love that brewing method. And yeah, is that.
That's it. That
Oh yeah, that's
you're
it.
done.
Yeah, alright, cool.
Okay, anything else you want to say before we sign off?
No, but nice being here.
No, nice to meet you.
Cheers.
for having us.
Thanks a lot.
I'll come visit. And the Rocky Mountain Ethiopian, listen, I'm not an expert and not been doing this that long, but that is the best coffee I've purchased for home consuming yet. So
Alright, sweet.
nice one. That was
Cool.
really good. Try it out.
Cheers.
Catch you next time.